So, how do we end up on the floor here? Well, my computer's finishing a 4-hour and 18-minute render, and I've been sitting in that chair all day. So I just thought I'd sit on the floor and stretch out a little bit and do a little excitement / unboxing video about this beauty that I picked up yesterday, the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K. So not a smooth name, but hopefully super smooth footage. So we'll get our little trusty knife and just jump right into it. Let's do it. So here we go. We got the top-down view. Thought that'd be best. Side note, before I begin, I can't believe that I haven't bought one of these things earlier. I bought this yesterday. It's a wireless Go 2. I got the 2-pack, and it's 2 senders and receivers for microphones to your camera. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. I used to sync up on my audio and record it with a plugged-in mic, but on my off the voice memos of my iPhone. I guess a cheap option, but costs you in the long run a lot of time. The reason probably why I didn't get one of these little Rhodes packs earlier is because I think that it's like around $330, so that's why, I guess. Let's just do it. As we can see on the side, nice documenting of, I suppose, real life practical application of it. Recording like a Poe's Kitchen or something like that. Let's go ahead and open it up. All right. Oh, we got some nice sort of printed documents. Thank you. Download instruction. Yeah, so just some basic printed documents and very important stuff. The Blackmagic design sticker, you know, I'll be putting this somewhere, it's super important. So next up is the DaVinci Resolve 17 Studio, Mac, Windows, and Linux. They're covering all bases there. But yeah, it looks like a super good professional editing software. Obviously something to get used to. I'm an Adobe person, so I use Premiere Pro. Looks like a really good editing software, especially for colors and for grading. So it's really nice that they include that software with the Blackmagic cameras. So props to them. We got a wall plug, and with looks like some kind of adapter. It's got kind of got a spring section to it. So here we have the Blackmagic design. It's like really nice feeling actually. Camera strap. Maybe I use this, maybe I won't. I think because it is kind of a cinema camera, a lot of people probably use it on like, you know, tripod or gimbal or something like that. But yeah, it depends where I am. Next up, we got the classic LP-E6 battery, lithium-ion battery. This is like the most used battery. It's like the Canons, you know, all the 5D series since, you know, 5D Mark II have used like pretty much this battery. I've heard that the battery life on the Blackmagic isn't so good. Using these makes sense because it's such an old design. Having said that, the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro, which just come out, new battery design, but it doesn't last any longer, so I'm not sure why they would do that, I've heard. Anyways, moving on, just a little battery. Ooh, nice little packaging for you. It's cool that they do this. I mean, it does seem a little wasteful, I guess, giving you every single one, but I'm sure you could like use these at some point for maybe international travels, so it's good that they do give it to you. Most of the time, obviously, I'm using this one, the Australian one, but it looks like you've got American, UK, well, I think this is American, UK, and I'm not sure what this one is. Could be Asia. But yeah, it's pretty nice that they do include that in a little kit like that. The box, Blackmagic. First thing I do is take that off. It's pretty satisfying the first time you take those off, usually. That feels super nice. It's actually a lot lighter in hand than you think. Obviously it does have like that sort of, it is kind of front heavy a little bit, but I think, yeah, it feels actually lighter than my 5D Mark IV in hand. Yeah, it's really deep, sort of deep groove here. Nice, feels nice to grip. I can imagine getting some nice, even handheld, getting some nice sort of cinematic shots with this. But yeah, so obviously we've got the protector for this sensor here. Pop that off, have a little look-see. Used to opening up my camera and looking at straight at a mirror from a DSLR. So there we go. Now obviously this is just an unboxing video. I hope to go out to the garden this afternoon if the rain stops, which just sounds like it just has, and hopefully get some yeah, get some cinematic sort of garden B-roll. Obviously it's a lot of vents here for the cooling of the unit, because it can film, you know, 6K, so obviously it can sort of tend to probably heat up the sensor a little bit, but I think it's got plenty sufficient cooling here with these massive vents. The only downside is that with big vents on top here, it's not very, I presume it's not very weatherproof. So just something to consider. Don't go out filming in really gnarly weather. These just pop off like this. And if you're used to any DSLRs, they all kind of sit like that. These little flaps are not super nice. It's kind of, they are a little bit chunky. I feel like they could have designed like more of a little like minimal door that popped off or something, rather than these little like rubber toggly door things. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people, most people just rip them off and just leave it there. But I mean, I'd be worried about sort of dust getting in these components, like in these inputs here. So I probably won't be doing that. Got some cooling under here, which seems pretty good because lots of cooling, lots of venting on top and lots of venting below here. But yeah, I suppose it needs all that for the running that 6K sensor. Obviously little battery hatch, same as any of the Canon DSLRs kind of thing. So I just thought I'd chuck a lens on just so you could sort of see it with a normal sort of lens. Yeah, first impression, the weight is quite sort of, hey Bardo, the weight is quite sort of like tilted forward, as in like the center of balance is obviously going to be more towards your lens, because it's actually quite a light camera, and the back here is, yeah, it feels pretty light. So let's go ahead and turn it on. Oh yeah, I've got the 35mm Sigma Art Series. So if you know how sort of big they are, not a huge lens, but just obviously with the front of the camera here, it sort of sticks out quite a lot. So you probably, you know, want to support it, something like that, if you're just shooting handheld. So turning it on right away, I can sort of, if you listen really carefully to the camera, you can sort of hear the interior sort of, it must be a cooling fan or something right here. So I'm definitely gonna have to fumble around with the settings here. Got the main menu here, and we can like select all our resolution, shutter speed, all that kind of stuff, audio settings. Bardo's super interested. But yeah, really can't wait to start getting some more cinematic and high resolution stuff with this. This screen is super nice, really responsive. It's actually a lot nicer menu layout than the Canon or Nikon sort of back of camera sort of layout. So excited to start using obviously touchscreen. But yeah, pretty excited about this. So hopefully gonna get out in the garden, get some B-roll, and put it right about here. Hope you guys have enjoyed this super weird impromptu unboxing slash review of the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K and this little microphone that I talked about earlier. Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are chill. I'll catch you later.